we starting over?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Geek Yogurt Podcast. I am Knock.
Back again, Sam.
Rah-rah.
I lived.
Doing his thing.
Fucking Gotham.
Doing his thing, making words with his mouth.
All right.
So-
I'm like
yeah.
4 minutes into the episode, and it can go fuck itself.
So yeah, season premiere of Gotham happened. Season 2.
Well, we should probably say that this is probably going to be the beginning of our fall season
Yeah,
TV roundups.
because this is the first one out of the gate, Gotham. 'Cause
Yep.
Gotham's out of the gate. Shield comes out next week.
I don't know when Arrow and Flash start.
Flash comes out October 7th or October 8th. October first week of October, and Arrow's the
Oh,
second
that's
week
so that's
of
still a
October.
few weeks away.
Yeah.
Shield is next week.
No, okay.
Did I
But
just
we-
say that?
Yeah.
But
I
we
don't
did-
think he was paying attention.
We did have two
I
ones
wasn't.
that started this week too, Minority Report and
That's-
Limitless.
Limitless did
Minority Report
start
started, that's
last
right.
night, and from the bits and pieces that I actually paid attention to, I wasn't impressed.
For Limitless?
Yeah.
Did you watch any of Minority Report?
It's on Fox?
Oh, okay.
Then no.
I think it's on Fox. I don't know. Is it?
It's on Fox.
I did want to check that out though, because I do love that movie, and I think it's a good premise for a TV show.
If it's on Hulu, I'll look for it on Hulu tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's on Fox now.
Is that what you watch? Because you watch Gotham on that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, if Gotham is on Hulu, that's where I watch it. So Minority Report might be there too. I'll just check out.
I would
the
assume
Fox.
so, because Hulu goes through all the major networks.
Yeah.
Which
They
is
don't do CBS. They
good. Really? Oh,
Yeah.
because CBS has their own thing going
CBS Prime or some
Yeah.
stupid shit.
Bastards.
I know, right?
Which is going to make watching Supergirl insanely hard.
Yeah, because it's like a fucking pay service, I think.
on. I think so. Which was nice that they added Person of Interest to Netflix.
Yeah.
It's basically their own. It's a CBS only Hulu, essentially.
Essentially, yeah.
So yes, you still put up with commercials, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Really.
That's weak.
And Hulu's coming out with a commercial list feature finally.
Yeah, but
Wow.
you have to pay extra for it.
I would assume, yeah. I don't know how much, but
I think it's
yeah.
an extra $1 or $2. I'm not sure which.
That's
That was an
honestly
extra
not-
like 4 or 5.
Is it?
Which even really is not, if you're like, a stickler for commercials, it's not that bad.
And really, sitting through 30 seconds worth of commercials instead of 2.5 minutes worth of commercials, I'll stick with my 30-second commercial ad and deal with
That's one thing I like about Hulu.
Yeah.
Is they do, they've got like, I think the longest commercial I sat through on Hulu was about 1:15 seconds, or I'm sorry, 115 seconds, which is nothing.
Yeah.
When
2.5
Fox
minutes.
Fox now sometimes has like a 3-minute commercial
Yeah.
break.
2:15s are regular.
Yeah, which is kind of brutal.
I think like right now I am actually pretty glad that I still have cable, because that's probably how I'll catch up on Supergirl.
Yeah. When's that on? Monday nights?
I believe Monday nights.
Oh, that's right, because it competes
Yeah,
with Gotham.
Monday at 8?
Mm-hmm. Right at the time
No,
Gotham's on.
9. It's got to be 9 because Big Bang Theory and Life in Pieces, I think it was, is
Mhm.
at 8 and 8:30.
Yeah.
For
Should,
now.
you'd think I'd know this, right?
Yeah.
You'd think, but
The programming guy.
yeah.
So I heard that there's a Gotham drinking game.
There is a Gotham drinking game, and I think it's something that everybody should try. If nothing else, it's just fun to get drunk and watch TV shows, especially when they're TV shows you can laugh at.
Send me that link. I'll put it on the page.
Yeah,
Facebook
definitely. We'll
page.
send a link. Put it on the bottom of the post for this.
I'll put it on the
podcast.
bottom of the post of this. I'll put it. I also started a blogger.
Oh.
I have all the videos. 41 videos we've done.
Wow.
41 videos.
We're coming up on 50. We'll have to do something big for that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, we've done 41 videos.
We'll call it Geek Yogurt. What was it?
Curdled.
Beyond.
We'll call it curdled.
Curdled.
Curdled yogurt
Curdled yogurt.
in the hall with the lead pipe.
Cottage cheese.
I like cottage cheese.
Frozen yogurt.
There you go. I love frozen.
And we'll just make Mr. Freeze puns and talk about Batman and Robin the entire time.
So,
Nice to see you.
Gotham drinking game. Here we go. This is designed to get you pretty trashed. I have a feeling. So, you want to take a sip of your beer when there's a not at all subtle allusion to a character's eventual destiny. Okay? Can anybody say Riddler much? You get trashed just for watching Riddler
Batman.
for 2
Anything
minutes.
with Bruce.
Anything with Bruce, yeah. Take a sip when a character says something seemingly reasonable, smiles like they've just impressed themselves, and then kills somebody, which pretty much was every villain in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Take a sip of your beer when Harvey gives Jim great advice, which is ignored. Take a
So
sip.
pretty much the entirety of season 1.
Yeah, right. Take a sip when Jim does his angry Batman voice.
I'm Captain America.
Yeah.
Which he did a lot in the premiere. He did do it a lot, but you know he was kind of in an angsty place. So
Yeah.
take a sip when Selena outsmarts a supposedly intelligent adult. Drink twice when it's Gordon. Again. Take 2 sips when someone is fired from a job that we all know they will still have in over a decade.
Mm-hmm.
Take 2 sips when Gordon goes to the Penguin for a favor, which might be a constant this season, which I honestly don't mind. Take 2 sips when Harvey and or Jim shows up just in time to shoot the person who is about to kill his partner. Take 2 sips when a character from the comics dies before Batman even ever existed.
Wow.
Who did die in the first season that was a mainstay? Anybody?
Ogre. The ogre.
Yep, Ogre died. Which is like, for me.
Yeah.
Especially
Crazy.
because they handled the character so blandly.
Yeah.
Oh, Maroni. Maroni's
That's
dead.
right.
That's right. And he's a pretty mainstay when Batman's in town. So
Isn't Falcone also dead?
did he die or he just retired, right?
He retired.
But I have a feeling he'll be back, if not by the end of the season.
Oh, that's
probably
right.
For season 3.
That's right. He killed the girl and then left.
Then they left. Yeah.
There's no. It's also possible that a Maroni relative could come back
That's true. Yeah.
for the mantle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but then it's a different first name and they could go fuck themselves. They already killed off the character. They go fuck themselves.
Okay, finish your drink when the person who has fired above is rehired within the same episode. Huh? that would have been a whole beer right there in the premiere, because they fired Gordon off the force.
That's right.
And by the end, he's back on.
Yep.
I don't know about Bullock though. Did they ever?
Well,
More than likely,
They didn't really.
he's not reinstated yet.
Yeah.
not yet.
There was a weird like bromance moment between them at the bar that they got a little close.
Mhm.
Thought they were gonna make out for a second. They got
He
real
did
close.
have his foot up on the bar.
They got real close to each other.
Well, he just like slammed like 4 shooters.
He was pretty drunk.
Of like.
Don't
sweet
let Rex or Rah drink around you. That's what that is. At least not 4 shooters. 3, we're good to go.
5 is right out of the question.
Finish your drink when Gordon goes to Wayne Manor to announce he's giving up on finding the Wayne murderer, then changes his mind by the time he leaves.
That's about every third
I
episode.
was gonna say, I think he did that at least 3 times in season 1.
He did that in the first episode of season 2.
Did he change his mind by the time he left?
Yes.
I don't remember how he left the manor. I remember him talking to Bruce,
He
which
talked-
is a
Bruce
horrible.
changed his. He had a
Bruce changed his
13-year-old
mind.
changed his
That's
mind.
right. That was a horrible scene because not only did it explain literally in words everything that should have been shown in action, like just shown by Gordon's mannerisms,
Mhm.
and then they just had this kid explain it all to us. Like, yeah, we already understand his resentment towards this. We don't need Bruce to tell him what we already know. And then, yeah, to have Bruce change his mind for him, it's like it just undermines the character they're building for Gordon.
Well, yeah, but you have to understand, this is not Gordon's story. This is Bruce's story.
Oh God!
I don't know if I felt as strongly about that as you did.
Everything that Bruce told Gordon in that scene was something that was already conveyed by Gordon's emotions and the way he was acting beforehand. And then it felt like this scene was like, okay, these dumbasses watching this aren't going to get the subtlety of what Gordon's feeling, so let's literally spell it out for them in exposition.
I don't know. I don't think I saw. I didn't see that. I saw what you're saying in Gordon's demeanor there, but I think at that point, having had what's her name, the love interest.
Barbara?
No,
Oh, no, the other one.
the doctor.
Oh man, I can't. Her name's like escaping.
Oh, yeah, what's her
Dr.
name?
Love Interest, the generic, yes.
No, she's actually a pretty big character in the books, but I can't remember her
Oh
name.
my God, what is her name?
Man, yeah, I know. As I was watching, I couldn't remember it. But
She's a
she had already
psychiatrist,
convinced
right?
him, huh?
She was a psychiatrist.
No,
No,
medical
she was
medical
examiner.
doctor. Okay.
Yeah, medical doctor.
I mean, you're the medical doctor in the comic, and in this she was like the medical examiner.
Yeah.
It's like looking after bodies.
She started out as an MD, and then when her and Gordon's relationship kind of flourished a little bit, she switched over and became an ME, so they could work together.
Because that's not crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it just seemed like that whole conversation with Bruce was like sort of to just. I don't think it's in my mind it played out this way. He was conflicted, but was doing what everybody else thought he should do, and what he felt he was in the position to do, without having to cross that line. And of course, Bruce doesn't see that line, so he needed to talk to him in order to be convinced that it's okay to go over that line.
But
Because
Bruce doesn't
everybody
need
does.
to tell Gordon that. Gordon already knows that, and the audience already knows that.
Gordon doesn't already know that.
Gordon should already know that. He's a fucking detective. He
But
should realize
remember-
that to do something good in this city, especially all the bullshit that he just went through for the whole 22 episodes
Yeah.
before that,
Yeah.
he should realize to get something done clean and good,
Mhm.
you have to do something ugly first. If season 1 has taught anything, it's that the way Gotham functions is doing bad shit causes good shit to happen, which in return causes bad shit to happen.
But we've
It's
talked-
a
basically
cyclical-
what Bullock
it's a
was
cyclical
doing.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've talked about this before, but because Gordon didn't really represent that in a way that he's about to represent that in this episode. Remember, he didn't kill Penguin, and he's always tried to do things by the law without having to roll over.
Mhm.
Bad shit may have happened while he did that, but he himself never really went that far, or as far as he knows Penguin's going to ask him.
No, he hasn't, but he knows that that's what he's going to have to do.
Right, so this is like a major turning point.
But
for
that
him.
major turning point is completely undermined by having a 13-year-old boy explain it away to him in like really poorly written exposition.
I don't know. I think the clarity that they were trying to show that, because he's obviously conflicted, I think came off really well.
So Gordon can't make decisions unless a 13-year-old boy enlightens him.
That's oversimplification.
But that's what I got. That's what that scene shows me. And to have that scene in there in the first place, you're obviously showing that for a reason, and that's what comes across.
I don't know. That's like I said. I got
Is that
to think-
Bruce? Is that once again Bruce is smarter than everyone in the world?
Yeah.
Even if he's only 13.
Well, that's because halfway through season 1, the showrunner decided that he wanted this point of the show to be the arc of Bruce Wayne instead of the arc of Gordon or the arc of Gotham. That's where
Instead of
they're
the arc
really-
of somebody who doesn't get fucking spotlighted as much.
Yeah, that's where they're losing focus on the show. And like, I don't think the season 2 premiere was awful, but I don't think it got any better. It was pretty much par for the course from last season.
It was a
At least the back
continuation.
season, yeah, the back half of the season.
Yeah, it was a continuation definitely of that. I think they stumbled a couple of times, and I like how they killed off Sionis, because I think that made sense. I like the whacked out crazy character, because I think that's them laughing at themselves. Those things I think it got right. I think they, again, as they did with a lot of their episodes, they blew their wad by letting Bruce blow into the thing like right in the first episode. So I thought that was a mistake.
Yeah.
They
should have
really
built
should
that
have
up.
had him do trial and error on that keypad. Go
Yeah.
through all
Well, it's
the
like you're
numbers.
telling me this kid never tried putting in Bruce for the passcode, and
It's
that's
his
what it ended
dad's
up
secret
being?
room. Why wouldn't he think of that?
Yeah.
So I think they rushed into that.
Like character decisions like that are what ruin the show for me. And and then just cheesiness, like Riddler talking to himself in the mirror.
Mhm.
It's like I could just do without that, you know. Like there's other ways you could show Riddler having a breakdown, other than like I don't know. It just feels like this sitcom almost talking in the mirror. The way it's done just feels
Right.
cheesy instead of
Right.
something that's supposed to be like, holy shit, this guy's losing his mind,
Right.
and it's not good.
It was melodramatic.
But yeah, the way it's played out is so overly dramatic that it has that feeling of like I'm kind of laughing at this instead of going, oh shit, I kind of feel bad for this guy.
I mean, I think again that's them saying that he still hasn't come into his own because he is kind of a joke. He may have just killed that cop out of sheer luck.
Oh, it's
So
right,
he's not really
That's why you
dangerous.
stabbed that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what that was
I
meant to
forgot
be.
about that.
But again I think it was overplayed a little bit.
Yeah.
What I did like is the meeting with Penguin Gordon and his little entourage.
That was
with-
great.
Even with Kat there, I think she was much more subdued than they've shown before.
Yeah.
She certainly wasn't slinking around
Mhm.
or any of that crap.
That's true.
I like how
I like
Butch,
that whole little meeting.
Yeah, I like
Butch
how
is
Butch
starting
is
to,
in
like,
charge of the money.
He also looks like he's starting to degrade a little bit. Like,
Butch?
like his mind, his brainwashing.
Yeah, so
He's looking like he's starting to question Penguin a little.
I think he's going to make a play,
Yeah.
probably for power.
I thought he was going to get killed, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So they said 2 people were going to die. I was like, oh shit, they're going to kill off Butch. I'm going to be pissed.
Right.
Yeah, but he still has Zaz as a...
Oh,
Yeah, I'll give
yeah.
it. Butch is one character I do like in the series.
Yeah.
He's at this current moment probably the only character left in the series I actually do legitimately like. But you know, Butch was a fun character.
Dr. Leslie Tompkins.
That's
her
what it is.
name. Yeah.
Leslie
Leslie
Tompkins.
Tompkins. Yeah. Oh, and then like everyone knows my feelings on this Proto Joker,
Mhm.
but their little group that they have are called the Maniacs.
Mhm.
MANIAX. Come on, that's just so corny. And they're trying to be like an adult show here, but they just keep doing stuff like that just feels like ripped out of a 12-year-old's cartoon flip book. You know what I mean?
See, my theory is that none of the writers actually read anything Batman or know anything Batman, but they have kids. And so
Yeah.
they just take it from what they overhear their kids talk about while playing with Batman toys. And that's my theory of how this works.
Or they get a list of character names
Yeah.
and they just build their own story around
Yeah.
Which is, at this point, I mean, when Gotham first started, that was really hard for me to get over. It was like, not the bastardization, but just the completely wrong idea of some of these characters. But at this point, I don't care about that. They can go their own route. But I just want the writing to be good, and it's just not good yet.
Right.
That's all. I don't. They can do whatever they want with these characters now at this point, just as long as it's a good story. And they haven't shown me yet that these guys are competent storytellers. Now, I hope with over these 22 episodes coming up, well, 21 now, they could evolve into that. Because they started to get good at the end of last season.
Right.
They had a good run of a good few episodes that I thought were engaging.
Right.
You know.
I was still thoroughly unimpressed by the end of it.
Well, that's the thing. The writing just doesn't stick, and like you said earlier, there's just they have this misunderstanding of these characters, and it almost feels like they have never read a comic book. They just know Batman from pop culture and what their kids do.
They saw the Tim Burton movies. They saw the Tim Burton movies and the Nolan movies.
No,
And that's what they decided to make this based off of.
it feels like that. Back to the drinking game.
Hey, yeah, there's still...
Wow, there's still more?
Oh yeah. Where do we leave off? Finish your drink.
Finish your drink.
Well,
Oh, now it just
the
froze up.
computer decided to freeze.
Well, that's not good.
Okay, finish your drink when there is an attack or hostage situation inside the Gotham Police Department. Which didn't happen at all.
That's
for
about
me.
every
What? Yeah, that happened a lot.
episode.
That happened a lot in the first season, but not
Yeah.
not in the premiere, I don't think, because there wasn't really much that happened inside Gotham Police Department.
Right.
Well, this is what the
Well,
hell is
there we
going
go.
on?
Thank you, Windows. All done.
I'm going to give it more to the fact that computer's probably older than anyone in this room.
And
No,
it's
that's
prob-
one of the new ones.
and
Yeah.
Newer ones.
Well, it probably also hasn't been shut off in probably about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. Comic
Oh,
books.
now it's broken. And there you go.
It's dissolving in front of my eyes. As we speak, it is dissolving.
Alright, give me a sec. See if I can pull it back
It's a
here.
Superheroes. Someone found a friggin'...
Gotham drinking game.
Aha!
Did you find it? The one from
I found-
Vulture?
It might be on Vulture. I was on comic book
Yeah.
movies, comic book.
Comicbook.com.
Yeah, maybe that was that. Look, it doesn't even give me any.
Wow.
Oh,
It's
here we
literally
go.
just... Wait.
Walking Dead.
You just
appears
got stuff
in
now.
Series. Hey.
Huh. Okay, now if only I can
Walking
get the...
Dead cast Tom Payne as Jesus. Or maybe Jesus.
I found a different one.
Maybe it's Jesus. I don't know. I don't remember Jesus being a cast member of that series.
So I didn't find the one you had, but I found another one.
Yeah.
One sip. One sip if Harvey grins at Jim or the camera, takes one sip of his own drink, argues with the GCPD officer, detective, or superior, fakes a chuckle or a belly laugh, punches someone in the face, says, well, yeah, this is definitely last season, says, let me talk to Fish, or ask for Fish Mooney, enters the frame wearing his fedora. Yeah, this one's done. Okay, fuck it. I apologize for wasting all of your
That's
time.
okay. I got it. I got it back again.
I'm going through their Facebook page trying to find the link to it.
Okay, so where did we leave off? Finish your drink when there's an attack or hostage situation inside the Gotham Police Department. Which, if you were watching season 1, you'd be drunk probably about 3/4 of that season. Take a shot when you have no idea whether or not a character is supposed to be a particular villain from the comics.
Oh, you're fucked.
Take a shot when Alfred allows Bruce to do something entirely age inappropriate.
Like Selena?
Or like beating that kid with brass knuckles.
Oh, yeah, that was that, too.
That was fucking brutal. I don't know if he had brass knuckles, but he definitely let Bruce beat the shit out of that
I think
kid.
he had a set of keys.
Man, with
Yeah.
keys? Which is
No,
kinda
it was his
brutal.
dad's watch.
No,
He
that's right.
held his dad's watch in his hand and beat the kid.
Which is brutal. Holy shit. And take a shot when someone is killed and is never brought up again with no indication that body is ever reported. So yeah, that's the drinking game for season 2, which is guaranteed to get you drunk, and may or may not help you enjoy the show more, depending on your mileage. So
Send me that link.
I will post it.
Ta-da.
Or post it. Yeah, that works too. Oh, speaking of, Wave, I don't know if you got a notification about it, but I made you an admin on the Facebook page.
Is that
too.
why I'm suddenly seeing all this?
Yep.
That explains a lot. Okay. Huh. Okay. Continue on.
So, there was a story that surfaced, that I saw yesterday, that the Court of Owls will be coming to Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
The show Gotham. They're already in Gotham. They've
I think
been
that
there from the beginning.
that totally makes sense. You
And
know?
that's a storyline I actually get behind, because
Yeah.
the way Snyder wrote it, the Court of Owls have been there since the birth of Gotham.
Yeah, and
So-
like we had the discussion the other day, the Court of Owls have been one of the better Batman villains to be created in the past, decade.
I do still need to read it. I've read some of the stuff dealing with them from after,
Yeah.
and it was really good.
Yeah, and even
Like,
the stuff that was caused by them that
Yeah.
carries on into other stories. has been
Hell,
pretty
when
good.
Talon showed up in Forever Evil Arkham War,
Yeah.
that was awesome, and he was a great character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically I just need to be a certain ex-HeroClix player with, a bunch of Xenoscope trades until he finally hands me his copy of Court of Owls for me to read.
It'll happen. You got to keep training, buddy. That's all. You keep training.
You want the Rocky theme?
You want to just,
Oh,
you want us to
wait, you
smash
meant
it
Rocky
up.
Balboa.
Yeah.
Sorry,
want us to smash
I
it
heard
up?
Rocky
that.
Rocky-
Bullwinkle.
No, see, I heard that. I started hearing Sweet Transvestite in my head.
Oh, Rocky.
Oh.
Okay.
Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
Just
You want us to
Sweet
smash into hard
transvestite.
montage mode? You'll be ready in about 2 minutes.
You have to. Here's the thing: if you do that, though, you have to play montage.
Oh, gonna need a montage.
Even Rocky had a montage.
So yeah, I mean, it makes more sense for them to be in Gotham than this Joker dude.
Yeah,
You
and the new commissioner at the end of the episode, spoilers, Wave, he seemed like he was part of the Court of
yes.
Owls because he brought the team of lunatics together, and that's sort of what the Court of Owls would do. It's the same thing as
The new
League.
commissioner.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't a commissioner.
who was that?
You mean the suave guy?
Yeah.
The really like
He's just
clean
an
cut guy?
industrialist.
An industrialist?
Okay.
Whose family has had ties with Gotham for centuries, he said.
Yeah.
So it's kind of alluding to maybe that this guy
So
has something to do with the Court of Owls.
and like what were they called?
Although his
League
sister's
of-
Tigress.
The League of Shadows in Dark Knight, Batman Begins.
Mhm.
How they're sent there or sent to different places to eradicate a town or a city
Yeah.
that gets too big. That's kind of what the Court of Owls are, but they are localized in Gotham. So
Yeah.
bringing that group of people together and spreading and sending them out into Gotham is going to create chaos, and from that, the Court of Owls can rise up and bring order back to the city.
Which aligns with what he did at the end of the episode of bringing these maniacs together, and apparently he's going to have them be pulling off jobs throughout the city. I'm assuming that's where this is going.
Yeah,
It's a 3-minute trailer I posted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That like went in depth with that.
The red band.
Yep.
Maniac's red band trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the pictures that I saw of the Joker, quote unquote, he looks like he's probably going to take over the Red Hood gang soon.
I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. So.
Yeah.
And with that,
you know, they could keep all this like Bruce Wayne stuff, and they could even keep the shitty writing. If they got rid of the Joker guy, I think I would enjoy this at least 20% more.
just because you know he's in there somewhere, you can't enjoy
it. Just ruins it. And like anytime he's on screen, it's just like such a forced performance from this kid.
Yeah.
And it's like he's trying to be every Joker in one. Mm-hmm. I wish he would just kind of like do something different and your own thing, buddy. You know, he's trying to like in one scene.
Dying of fire. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Come
That'd be
back and
new.
haunt your
Come on.
nightmares.
Wait, he's Freddy?
Kind of looks like him.
A little bit. I can see it.
The
Looks
remake.
like
You
a
know what's funny?
tool.
That kid actually, before the movie went belly up, was going to be it for the remake of it.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I don't think he could ever
He was
take
gonna
over
be
for Tim
Pennywise?
Curry.
He was going to be
but-
Pennywise, yeah.
Wow.
So.
I mean,
from
that
the- from
nobody
the direct-
could though. That's
from the
a
director of,
real
True
tough role to
Detective
fill.
was doing it. But that went belly up anyway, so. That's kaput now, so. Yeah.
So,
But I don't know.
So,
I'll
I don't-
still stick with it.
so in order to wrap up, basically the sentiments are: fuck Gotham, fuck Gotham, fuck Gotham. It's the greatest goddamn show in the world. And
That was
for reference,
Yeah.
that's Sam. That I did that in the order of Sam, Knock, myself, then Rah Rah.
Well, I couldn't guess.
I have to actually step out of the group this time because if the Court of Owls are involved, I want to see where this season
Well, that's
goes.
the thing. Like,
No, I'm still gonna watch because I have to keep up with Rah Rah and annoy the crap out of him by pointing out every little thing wrong with the series.
No, I don't like the main storyline, and when they put Bruce in the spotlight and made him the main character and took Jim kind of and shoved him off to the side, that bugs me. But when they said the Court of Owls are coming to Gotham, I got really intrigued because I love that storyline.
well, yeah, and I think that's why. I mean, I don't absolutely despise the show. I just think that they're just unfocused, and if they start catering more towards that type of storyline,
Yeah.
I think they could create something good if they just try.
Yeah.
You know,
And having characters like that who
makes sense.
make
either.
sense in this time frame, and even having Zaz makes sense in this time frame
Yeah.
too, where he's not starting out, he's murdered bunches of people already, but he works his way up.
Little
That was
severed
awesome.
head.
Oh yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I get a beer?
Zaz and the Court of Owls, and having young Bruce and middle-aged Alfred.
In that
They
Court of
all make
Owls, in that
sense,
Court of
but-
Owls article, because I read that when you were posting, Bruno Heller, the showrunner, is like, well, we don't want to give all our cards out on the table at once. We got to hold some things back. And it's like,
Do ya?
then do it,
Are
because all I see is you guys going straight ahead at breakneck speed. And the good thing is, there's still time to course correct.
Yeah.
And they're still pulling in a lot of viewers. So, because a lot of times the show gets into its second season, and if it hasn't found its footing, it's pretty much doomed. But by this time, this show's still pulling in like 1.3 million viewers. Whether they're staying the whole time or not, they're still there for the beginning, and that's what matters most. So hopefully they course correct it. That's my hope, at least. And I still have to catch up on S.H.I.E.L.D., so I'm probably gonna have to miss the premiere of that because I didn't watch
Dude,
I didn't
season
watch
2 is
like
so
I didn't watch
good.
like almost a half of last season.
Dude, season 2 is so good.
Yeah, and that's another show. That was a show that course corrected itself in season 2, and it still you know,
At the very least, you have to give me halfway through season 1. It corrected itself. At the very least, you have to. Come on.
It started
after
to.
Winter Soldier.
It started to. That was probably like the best episode out of season 1 for me, at least.
I mean, granted, I am still pissed about Victoria Hand getting killed off, like insanely pissed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
well, it's because they take characters that are interesting and they kill them off.
she was
and
so great.
And they got characters like Ward, who is just a walking block of vanilla. Now, granted, they're doing more with him now. But that first season, man,
it's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I'm 7 episodes in because I decided to give it a try myself. And
Yeah.
there are things that I can't stomach as well, but I think Ward is probably the character I like the best.
Oh man,
Because all the other ones are just so
they're
generic.
all pretty goddamn generic.
So
For the first half of season 1, they're pretty
and maybe Scott.
interchangeable.
Yeah.
By the end of season 1, though, they're actually becoming their own characters, which is good.
Yeah.
Well, then in season 2, so much shit has happened.
Yeah.
At the end of season 1, that by the beginning of season 2, like some
There's
some
stuff
characters
for them to
are
do.
have almost changed entirely.
And there's stuff for them to do now. You know, I almost felt like they were just kind of running around.
Well, before it was a Monster of the Week type show.
Yeah.
It was okay. We're gonna get our case, and we're gonna find out what our weird little case is gonna be, and we're gonna deal with it, and boom, and maybe do something for a longer arc, but yeah. I mean, I still love Shield.
I mean, even then, you can still do it well, and I still think, even out of the episodes that I've watched, they've done it well probably 30% of the
So
time.
did you start over entirely? Like you
Yeah.
start from episode 1 and
Yeah.
up to 7?
So up to like 7 episodes. I mean, my favorite one so far, and I've mentioned this to Wade, is the one where they get the spies to work for one another.
It's episode 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. That was a good one.
The one where the girl has the bomb in her eye and the
Yeah.
camera.
I remember that one.
And that technology actually becomes important later
Mm-hmm.
when Centipede comes back.
Right.
Rara's favorite part of the series.
Yeah.
Which actually, to be honest, it was part of my favorite part of the series. It was one of my favorite parts of the series. Is the idea of the Centipede Project of all this shit exists. Let's see if we can morph it into one to manufacture like not just super soldiers, hyper steroid super soldiers. Like, fuck it, we're cranking this shit up to 11.
Yeah.
Why? Because we're goddamn spoilers. Not AIM. Surprisingly enough, not AIM.
Yeah, right.
You think if anybody did it?
If anybody would be doing that type of experimentation, it'd be AIM. Yeah, right.
All right, so I do want to say, off topic.
Yeah.
Today, the last Kelly Sue DeConnick Carol Danvers issue came out. Captain Marvel and the Carol Cord #4. It's part of Secret Wars. It was thrilling. It was phenomenal.
Oh, you did read it?
And I read it, and I mean, I wish the new writers all the best of luck when Captain Marvel starts up again after Secret Wars.
It was still a pretty good creative team. Those guys behind Agent Carter, right?
Yep, is the showrunners from Agent Carter are going to be the writers. And I look forward to seeing more of what Kelly Sue's going to be doing now that she's not doing anything for Marvel.
So she's not working with Marvel at all?
She's not on a single Marvel book.
Oh, wow.
Now, this means, though, she still has Bitch Planet,
Yeah.
which is...
That's not Marvel?
No, that's Image.
Oh, that's Image.
And holy shit, it's good. It's great.
Yeah.
It's dark, though. Like, you gotta be ready for how dark and fucked up the series is. And then...
That's been going since the spring, right?
Yep. And then Pretty Deadly has still been on hiatus. So I'm not sure if that's coming back. I have heard talk that the next story arc... The first story arc was a Western. I've heard talk that the next one's going to take place in World War One.
Interesting.
So I look forward to seeing that when it happens.
There's enough World War One stuff.
No,
It always gets overlooked for World War Two.
Yeah. Now, granted, I will say, part of that has to be because World War II, we Stargate a lot of the cool toys.
Well, yeah.
I mean, like tanks, the way we
It's
think of
it's
tanks,
true.
jets, like the massive, aircraft carriers and shit. World War I still had some cool shit though.
Yeah, there's definitely
biplanes are awesome.
Yeah.
Snoopy
Well,
versus
trench
Red
warfare
Bandit.
too. You don't see trench warfare very often.
Yeah.
I think there was still a little bit of magic in the world too at that point.
Yeah.
It was still like a dark place. There were dark corners of the world where things not
Just
understandable
unknown. Yeah.
were
Mysteries.
there.
Yeah.
Once you start unlocking the atom, it starts to get a little less mysterious.
Yeah. It undermines it a bit. I know what you mean.
which is what made Indiana Jones movies so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
that's true. That's one of the reasons I don't like the end of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Right.
I mean, I've met issues with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull in general, but I think a lot of them would be alleviated had they not shown the actual aliens and ended with a spaceship flying off into outer space.
right.
Because it just kind of kills the whole mystery angle that they're going with.
See, I don't know. I think I still will want to see the aliens at the end. You're like,
Yeah.
if you do all this buildup of aliens and then I don't get to see the fucking aliens, like even at least a corpse,
Yeah.
like
Well,
show.
you saw the skull. They had the skull.
Yeah, but
Which was enough for me. That's the thing. If the mystery surrounding it was stronger, I think not showing him would be better. But because of the way it was just written,
Yeah.
kind of haphazardly.
also I just found on Tumblr that apparently Donald Trump piñatas are for sale in Mexico now.
Really?
Yep, Mexicans are pissed
Wow.
about his idiotic comments.
He's a
I can't
piñata.
fault them, and yeah, there's a piñata of him now.
Piñatas are dangerous.
No, they're not. They're fun.
Dangerous.
They're huge.
They're fired.
Got anything else?
No, that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah,
We're
we'll probably
at
have more
36
next week,
minutes,
maybe.
so.
Yeah, we're still in that lull period, but now that fall's really gearing up now. Today's officially the first 24 full hours of fall.
We'll probably have something on Minority Report because I plan on watching that too.
I do want to see
Distressed
that.
noises.
Yeah,
So
I would like to check that out. Hopefully it's good. You know, if it's good, they'll cancel it. So,
yeah,
You know, it's Fox.
All right. Well, that's it for this week. I am Knock.
Some.
rah rah.
You're fired.